tifu by leaving a massive order alone with my now ex and her 14 friends, by user 0987654439. I'm sorry, I just need somewhere to vent as literally everyone is saying I'm AD for kicking my pregnant ex out over this. To clarify, this is not the first time she's done this, but this time it cost me over $1,000. Also, I'm sorry if this was choppy, I'm seeing red right now. So recently I got 2 massive orders for pastries for 2 weddings and a few other parties. I had spent 1 week working with my team on the orders as it was 75 to 100 per item. Well, we finished yesterday and I and the team decided to go to the movies and just relax. Big mistake. My now ex had a party planned, without asking me, in the home. I pay for while she just sits on her butt doing nothing. She's never had a job, she just waits for everyone to hand her what she needs. We recently found out she's pregnant a month and a half ago, but she's been using it as an excuse. At first, it was just 1 or 2 of them, but it gradually became more. 1 to 2 to 15-20. Which wasn't an inconvenience as it was only 1 more batch, and I was fine with that. However, yesterday was the last straw. When I went out, she threw a party with 14 of her friends and they got hungry, so they made their way down to the shop and went through nearly everything my team made. My dad owns the bakery, it's not too far down from our house, so it wasn't that hard for her to get in. Well, when we came back we found my ex and 14 of her friends wasted on nearly $1,000 of pastries. I nearly lost my S and started screaming at her, asking WTF was she doing and why she thought this was okay. She blamed this on pregnancy cravings and tried to say that she wanted the baby to eat well, but when I asked about her friends she said they also had cravings. I kicked her out and had to call and explain everything to both parties. Full refund for both of them as there was barely anything that could be salvaged. TLDR, I left products alone while I went to watch a movie and came back to my ex and 14 friends completely wasted on over $1,000 of it. Update, she ended up calling me on her parents' phone around 7 to 8 am screaming at me for posting our private lives for everyone to see. She then proceeded to ask me through crocodile tears if I would press charges on her and her friends for having fun. I replied yes, and as I was about to hang up she brought up the child, as to which I told her to get a paternity test or not, it will not be my problem. She then starts trying to manipulate and gaslight me, crying saying it was just her being hospitable to her friends and that it was rude of me to yell at them and kick them out. She then proceeds to cry about me not caring about her and I just hung up and blocked her. As of right now, I'm fixing to leave for the PD and I hope you do come, Maddie. With the evidence I have you'll be arrested on the spot. Also, I've seen this in the comments a lot, so to clarify. 1. Wasted on sweets, not alcohol, and 2. Yes, I did use a condom every time, however a few of them broke. I assumed nothing of it as she was on birth control. I feel like this was just planned or she was sleeping around. Either way I'm still going through with charges. There are too many comments to go through, but these were the questions I saw the most. Also thank you for the support. It means a lot. TIFU by cleaning my teen's room and finding her. Mature toy, by user MamaBucket123. My 17-year-old daughter is staying with her dad down at the shore for the week. So I wanted to surprise her with a clean room. I am not one to go through drawers or books. Her privacy is important. Now just to let you know, I have done this in the past for her, so it's nothing new to help her out. A quick make of her bed, dirty clothes washed, and a vacuum was in desperate need. So I started to clean up. Her 3-year-old sister came in and wanted to see what was going on, so I set her on the bed with some toys to occupy her. This is where is messed up. A few minutes later I hear this RRRRRRRRR noise and my toddler say ooh, a pink gun. Bang. Bang. I turn to look at her. She is sitting there with a pink vibrator, pushing the vibrate button to shoot me. I quickly said no, that's not our toy, and put it under the blankets, which is where I am assuming she found it. Then I took my toddler, turned out the lights and left the room. I do not think I will be in there cleaning anytime soon. TLDR. TIFU by cleaning my teen's room only to have my toddler find her pink vibrator. TIFU by trusting the pull-out method. My retirement is F, by user throwaway 019116. I, 47M, have 3 kids in their 20s. All are independent and live on their own. One is pregnant with her first child. I was done, ready to be a grandpa, starting to think about selling my company and taking an early retirement. Then I met her. It was about 6 months ago and our small city was hosting a massive blood donation event to combat a shortage. A bunch of local businesses and non-profits set up stalls and were giving things out to donors, advertising their services, etc. I own an electrical company and we were put at a table right next to a table for the local charity. There was only one person working at it, a young woman, 29F, and we started talking. We ended up spending the whole day chatting, flirting, laughing. We hit it off. Here's where it all starts to go wrong. I could have just taken it as an ego boost that this beautiful younger woman gave me some of her attention, could have just waved at her while we put our shit in our cars at the end of the night. I didn't though. I asked for her number. That was 6 months ago and a few days ago she told me she's pregnant. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I am so fucked. My fourth child is going to be younger than my grandchild. She's happy, like this isn't going to completely ruin my plans for the second half of my life. She was never on birth control, and always open with me about that, however condoms fell by the wayside pretty quickly. I kept meaning to make an appointment for a vasectomy but figured pulling out would be fine. My ex-wife and I had done it for almost a decade and never had so much as a scare. Dumb. Dumb as hell. Idiot of epic fucking proportions. Learn from my mistake, folks, because I sure as hell didn't learn from the cautionary sex ed lessons. The pull-out method is bullshit. TLDR, met a pretty younger woman, had a lot of sex, now she's pregnant and my procrastination on getting a vasectomy has backfired exactly like how you'd expect it backfire. Edit for clarity, GF and I went on a few dates before we first slept together and it's been going on ever since. We aren't exactly in a relationship, I wasn't taking it too seriously because of where we are in our lives, but I like her a lot. To everyone suggesting a paternity test, she did offer and is scheduled to do it in early September. She's been very transparent with me about other relationships. When we first started seeing each other there was another guy but it fizzled out within a month, and is generally an honest, straightforward person. If she says it's 100% my kid and offers to do a paternity test I've put my mind at ease, I do believe her, however we will confirm. Yes, I know I'm an idiot. Yes, I was thinking with my dick. Yes, we did discuss abortion and while she is pro-choice, it isn't a choice she would make for herself. I respect that and have no intention of pushing. I think it's very clear I am just as much to blame as she is and will step up. I will love my kid, I will be a good dad. In the event it doesn't work out with GF, I am confident she is a person who I can easily co-parent with. Tifu by wearing only my underwear in front of my roommate's girlfriend, by user JackScat1990. I have been living with my roommate for a few months. My roommate, 26M, is always in his underwear at home. It doesn't bother me, 30M, because I grew up with all brothers and played sports with guys that were not modest. I don't hang out in my underwear but my roommate does all the time. When I get home I usually put on some gym shorts or sweatpants. However, my room doesn't have a bathroom, so I have to walk through the living room to use the bathroom, brush my teeth, take a shower, etc. If I get up at night to use the bathroom or get out of the shower and I'm in my boxer briefs he will yell at me to put some pants on, meanwhile he is laying on the couch in his boxers. When I told him he is always in his underwear, he said boxers don't count as underwear. I usually sleep in my boxer briefs, but I've been putting shorts on any time I need to go to the bathroom or get up at night to feed my cat etc. I don't think seeing someone for 50 seconds in their underwear will scar him for life. This morning he got really pissed at me though. He usually sleeps in on the weekends and I got up to get a cup of coffee. I was in my boxer briefs. I didn't know he and his girlfriend fell asleep on the couch. His girlfriend went to take a shower and he immediately started lecturing me. He told me he hates when I walk around in my underwear, but especially when his girlfriend is there. Meanwhile he is in his boxers while lecturing me. I again pointed out he was in his underwear and he said boxers don't count as underwear and it's his girlfriend that is there and I should make sure to wear pants. TL/DR my roommate got mad at me for wearing only my briefs in front of his girlfriend. Tifu by unhinging my jaw while eating in front of a coworker, by user noir_a_mouse. So my body is kinda weird, I'm double jointed in many areas of my body. I'm double jointed in my fingers, toes, wrists and, you guessed it, jaw. This lets me unhinge my jaw with a slightly audible popping sound when I do. I also don't have much of a gag reflex and grew up in a household where whoever finished last has to do the dishes so I'm also a fast eater, using my strange body to more or less just swallow food so I wouldn't have to do the dishes. This was normal for me until I started dating and learned that to some people it's actually quite unsettling to see. However, even though I try not to eat like this in public I will still eat like this when I'm at home, with people I know or if I think I'm alone. So at my work I usually take lunches later than everyone else and thus I'm usually by myself when I eat. Until one of my co-workers had taken a later lunch than even me. She's a gal I had gotten along with for a while, however she had come in while I was in the process of starting to shove my 8-inch, fully packed, extra meatball sub sandwich into my gaping maw. With an audible pop my jaw unhinged and she just stood there, not making a noise, watching as I just packed this sandwich into my mouth like some sorta demented serpent in human skin. I didn't notice her until I had already gotten the sub more than halfway in my mouth. We made eye contact and just stared at each other. I felt like a little kid caught with his hand stuck in the cookie jar until she just walked out of the break room. It's been over a week and she still won't look me in the eyes and barely speaks to me. TLDR, I unknowingly unhinged my jaw in front of a coworker while eating food. Now she barely talks or even looks at me after seeing it. Edit, wow, there's a lot of ya jumping on this. A couple thing really quick. I do chew my food, not always as well as I should, but I do chew it. I promise to chew it better from now on. I'm not doing a video, I'm not comfortable showing my face, and the last person who was a little too excited about what I swallow had a particular fetish that started with a V that I'm not into. Some of y'all are very kind and it's nice to see that y'all care about a stranger so much. I promise to talk to a doctor as soon as I'm able, might not be soon cause I'm not in a place with free healthcare and these gas prices are insane. Edit 2, this got a lot of traction for some reason. Some of y'all have been greatly concerned about my well-being and even sent a thing to Reddit about it. I'm alright my dudes, I honestly didn't know this was really a problem or could be a sign of something dangerous. I'm alright dudes, and I promise I'll go to the doctors as soon as I'm able and get checked out. Some of y'all have been really kind with your suggestions and support. I promise I'll get checked out. As some of you pointed out, double jointed isn't a thing, I didn't know that, it's just what my family's always called it, so I just kinda assumed that's what it was. I'm going to be muting this cause I walked away from it and I've got over 200 notifications. To those of you I didn't reply to, I'm sorry. P.S. I hope you all have a great day, and BTW, I'm totally not a snake man guys.